This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connected to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Barbados News Update for Friday, October 16. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. Police came up empty-handed in their search for missing 75-year-old Marcel Smith this morning. Lawmen and other search personnel were out in their numbers in Farm Road, St. Philip, where Smith lives, searching for clues. Smith has been missing since Monday, and with no solid leads at the moment, police are appealing for anyone with information to help locate her. And she's a diabetic who suffers from dizzy spells.
This morning, members of the force conducted a ground search in the area of Mrs. Marcelle Smith's home off Farm Road, St. Philip. Unfortunately, we did not discover anything, so our investigations are still continuing. We are hoping to get any information from members of the public that can direct our investigation. So in going forward, we are asking members of the public to give us that information or any information on any of the other missing persons.
That was Police Public Relations Officer, Acting Assistant Superintendent of Police, David Welch. Meantime, a St. James mother, Tracy Lawrence, is desperate to find her missing 18-year-old daughter, Imelda John, and is pleading for the public's help in finding her. The 18-year-old of Clark's Gap, Derrick St. James, has been missing for over a week now. She was last seen leaving a home of a family friend with whom she lives in Chapel Gap, Painsby, St. James, just a short distance from her mother's house. The distressed mother of 5 tells Barbados Today that she intends to conduct a search in St. Lawrence Gap, an area her daughter is known to frequent. 2 18-year-old men have been charged in connection with the stabbing death of Brinsley Ward, Nishon DeAndre Prescott of Hines Gap, Halls Road, St. Michael, and Nikolai Matthew Thompson of Chatterton Road, Carrington Village, St. Michael, are charged with serious bodily harm in regards to Ward's death on John Beckles Drive, St. Michael, last Friday. The two are expected to appear in the District A Magistrates Court today. St. Michael resident John Griffith is expected to appear in the District A Magistrates Court today on firearm charges. The 29-year-old of 3rd Avenue Gap, Bank Hall, St. Michael, is charged with possession of a 9mm gun, possession of a quantity of ammunition, and possession of 5 grams of cannabis. The illegal items were found after police executed a search of his residence on Wednesday. The increasing deviant behavior among some of the country's youth is being blamed on poor parenting and easy access to drugs in schools. The view of Acting Station Sergeant Roland Kobler in his contribution to a St. Michael School alumni discussion on crime and violence and its effects on today's youth at the National Union of Public Workers headquarters yesterday.
Over the last couple of probably months or years, this present generation has gone crazy. We will be seeing all these social media postings of the level of violence being occurring in schools, on buses, in bus stands, and not only the level of violence, but those activities that would make one wonder what our young people are talking about, are thinking of. So although there are many factors, as Roland said, which predisposes our children to become involved in delinquency, my humble submission is that parenting practices and drug use are 2 major factors which must be given the requisite attention.
He also disclosed that drugs are being found at every school on the island.
Unfortunately, our society has become a large consumption of marijuana use. We recognize that on a daily basis, our drug eradication unit will eradicate drugs from this country. The last Egypt involved over 18,100 plants. And I'm saying to you that unfortunately, a number of our students in every single school in this country are engaged in drug use. Every single school.
In sports, Michel Platini no longer has the backing of the Football Association in his bid to become president of FIFA. The FA suspended its support following a UEFA meeting yesterday. Platini, who is UEFA president and a former France captain and manager, is being investigated over a $1.35 million payment he received from Sepp Blatter, who is also under criminal investigation in 2011. The men, who are on a 90-day ban from all football-related activities, have denied any wrongdoing.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
To regional news now, on ease at a medical complex in St. James, Trinidad, after an elderly nurse is allegedly beaten and raped by a man reportedly employed as a security guard. The details in this TV6 News report.
The female employee, who is said to be over 60, tried to enter her car before 6 p.m. when she was reportedly stopped by a SWAT security officer who physically and sexually assaulted her. The guard was later arrested by police, and the woman was transferred to another hospital where she is warded in stable condition. We're told when the news broke, it sent shockwaves through the arteries of the medical facility.
Everybody started to get traumatized. And as they entered the wards, whatever ward they were on, they came back out with the same speed and approached the administrator for a lot of answers. Apparently, no answers was forthcoming.
This resulted in an emergency meeting to decide on the way forward. Medical staff allege that SWAT officers have been implicated in some of these other incidents. They believe the bar for employment as a security guard is too low, saying background checks should be made mandatory. TV6 News understands that the general consensus among nurses is that they are no longer willing to work with SWAT as state police and are calling on the relevant authorities to replace the firm. We contacted SWAT's Director of Operations, Edwin Mondesi, on the incident. He confirms that a complaint has been made against one of the officers and an internal and external investigation is underway.
On the international scene, Palestinians have torched a Jewish holy site in the Western Bank city amid the soaring tensions with Israel. Rioters set fire to a tomb revered as that of the biblical figure Joseph. The site where Jews go to pray was badly damaged. More in this CNN report.
We've just gotten word that Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has ordered an investigation to find out who these rioters were, so it's both sides here condemning this attack. The IDF says overnight Palestinian rioters torched this holy site, holy to Jews, the site of Joseph's tomb. Now, it is in Nablus in the West Bank, in an area that is full Palestinian governance, so that is part of the sensitivity. And Israeli settlers in the West Bank have called on Israel to put soldiers in there to protect it, but it was Palestinian security who moved in, dispersed the rioters, and put out the fire. Now the question of will they find who started this? Meanwhile, here behind me, a group of probably 200 to 300 Muslim worshippers worshiping outside the old city of Jerusalem for Friday prayers. That's because Israel has put in very tight security measures here in and around the old city. Only men over the age of 40 are allowed in to pray at the Al-Aqsa compound, as well as all women. So that's what you see here, these younger men praying outside because they're not allowed into the old city. You see some of that security here. Israeli border police checking IDs, stopping cars. And it's not just here. There are a number of checkpoints within just a couple minutes and all around East Jerusalem, making it very difficult for hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in those neighborhoods to move around.
And that's news. There's more on our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good afternoon.